Alright, this is the boot section. I thought I could fix it, but the more I looked at it, the more it'll be easier just to remold it. So all this gel coat's missing in here. All along this edge is gone. Big chunk of it gone there. So I've filled and epoxied this with that two-part epoxy. I've given it a light sand. I'm gonna do a bit more. There's all those little shiny spots, all those. And then I'm gonna attempt to give it a quick polish to give it the best chance of releasing. And I'll show you when I'm finished. Well, there it is. Light polish. Smoothed it out a bit more. So now I'm going to do, the usual process, wax. So I'm going to wax past where I need it, and then clamp those two pieces on either side. So clamps, and then I'll put more wax on the flanges, PVA, gel coat, glass, all the stuff you see me do before. Quick update of what I've been doing. Filled in these cutout bits, so there was a semicircle there. This one's been filled and sanded, so I'm just going to put gel coat over the top of that and sort of feather it out just like you would filler. These ones haven't been sanded yet, and the front ones too. So where the cutout was, it was right up to the body line here, and as such I had some gel coat issues. So this is going to be sanded and then gel coat applied, sanded again so it's smooth, because once I sand it there'll be a slight hollow where the gel coat will sit in, and then I can re-sculpt this body line. It's the same on this piece too. So these cutouts here, focus, are right up to the body line, and that one is even slightly into it, and on the other side and on the backs. So if I get rid of those, it'll be better. Right, so I've put gel coat on here. I've already sanded this once. Just filled in some low spots and then built up this edge a bit more so I can sand it. There was quite a few spots along the edge of this boot section that I had to fill with gel coat. And here, when I was sanding and polishing this, I accidentally touched this part, and it put a bit of a line in the gel coat, so I'm fixing that. This part here got ripped off when I took it off the mould, and that's one of those cutouts. This one only needed one coat of gel coat, and that's all smooth now. I just got to wash the PVA off it, sand it to 400, and then I can give it a polish so it's all nice and shiny like this one. This one's covered in dust, but yeah, progress. So alright, it's time to reinforce this mould. I could have done it while I was making it, but I didn't. I thought it would have been strong enough with all these ridges in, but it wasn't. Especially these longer sections in the front are quite floppy, so I'll reinforce those. This back bit doesn't really need it that much, but I'm going to do it anyway just for peace of mind. So I'm just going to fiberglass straight over the top of these. This one I might break in half so it sits flatter. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It'll add a lot of strength and rigidity, and it will help me out in the long run. And there it is, all reinforced. Now my next step is to make a rotisserie for the mould. So I have 2 attachment points in the back here, one on the front, and ideally I'll be able to spin it 360 and lock it in any position. So when I go to lay up the inside to produce a body, I'll be able to have it wherever I need it. It's a bit cramped here at the moment. Yeah, and I've got V1 on the side because this is version 1. Version 2 will have a chopped windscreen, I've decided. Version 3 will be smoothed out. So get rid of these and that line over there and the line down the bonnet. The back half's going to stay exactly as it is. Yeah, so time to build a rotisserie for this thing. Okay, I'll show you what I've got going on. I've got these 3 pits bolted here. I couldn't find anything smaller. Doesn't need to be that thick. I'm going to weld that like that. Again, I'm just using scraps I got. Do a bit of gap welding. So that's the front, and I got these 4 tabs for the back. All marked for which ones where they go. So I'm just going to weld that on there. I'll go around the back, do the same thing, and I'll bring you along for the ride.